Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scout Selections here for Tuesday, February 28th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a loss in basketball with James Harden under 10.5 assists and minus 132 on FanDuel. Beat a pretty big line move there. A line ended up closing at 9.5 assists. So they actually took 10.5 off the board. That's how much money came in on the under. And on top of that, we got the game script right. We thought the game would be hideous. We thought the Sixers would struggle to score, and they did. They didn't even score 100 points. They scored 99, and yet Harden still finished with 12 assists. He had 5 at the half, and then he had 7 in the second half to go over. So pretty unfortunate to read a game relatively correctly based on script and to predict the line move, but not win anyway. To make matters worse, I did the prop show with Allie from Picks and Parlays. Went 3-1 on that prop show. The one loss, James Harden assists. So unfortunately, I had a 75% chance of picking the right prop to double down on, so to speak. And I picked the one loser, which happens. We'll look for a winner here on Tuesday. And for today's play, that I go into transition back to hockey. We'll get a game between the Sabres and the Blue Jackets taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this match, we're going to take the Sabres at home on to win in regulation at minus 138 on FanDuel. Time recording of 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to take the Sabres to win in regulation. First reason, look at the actual recent form of these teams. These two teams heading in opposite directions. That's been the case all season long. The Sabres have won 5 of their last 6 games, as they are still competing pretty seriously for the wild card spot, or for one of the wild card spots, while the Blue Jackets have lost 3 of their last 4, and they are right now dead last. They are the favorites to win the Bedard sweepstakes, and nothing has really changed. Plus, this is the second meeting this season, and Buffalo won the first meeting 9-4 on the road. They scored 9 goals. Columbus can't stop anybody. I'll get into the actual stats on that in a second. But Columbus has been the worst team in the league all season long. They are still really bad. And Buffalo, when they are currently needing every point to potentially clinch a playoff spot, they've been rising to the occasion. And I do think that based on the recent form of both teams and based on the overall skill differential, Buffalo has a good chance to win this game at home in regulation. But to go through the actual stats here, Buffalo is better at basically everything. And to go through those numbers, Buffalo is averaging 3.78 goals per game, which is the second most in the league. The Blue Jackets are averaging just 2.55 goals per game, which is the third fewest in the league. And defensively, both teams not good. Buffalo is better. Buffalo is allowing 3.48 goals per game, which ranks tied for 23rd in the league. Columbus, though, is allowing 3.68 goals per game, which is the third most in the league. So Buffalo is better offensively and defensively. And on top of that, it's a really bad scheduling spot for the Blue Jackets. This is Columbus's 4th game in 6 nights, which is really just a brutal scheduling spot for them. And historically speaking, Columbus has been awful in this particular situation, as the Blue Jackets are 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games in this scheduling situation. But you have the better team at home against a team that's actually better off losing because they have a better chance of getting the first overall pick. I think Columbus should end up struggling to stop the Sabres from scoring. We've seen Buffalo defensively have some good moments lately, but offensively, they just scored 7 goals last game against the Capitals. I think they're poised for a big game here, and I think they should win this game pretty comfortably at home. So play that once again here for Tuesday, February 28th is going to be on the Sabres to win in regulation at minus 138 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.